I get this question all the time. Kristin, we love our social media. We're posting, we've planned for some of our posts, we've taken great pictures. But there are some times when we just have no idea what to post. What do I do? You are not alone if you've ever thought this. Many of us loved our social media, but there comes a time where we have some writer's block or we have a little bit of lack of creativity. I want to assure you that you are not alone in this. I am here to help you feel confident, competent, and creative online. Hi, everybody. It's Kristin Fuhrmann-Simmons with Kristin-Simmons Digital Media and Visual Storyteller. And I want to share with you some of the tips and tricks that I have for social media, especially when there are times, and I promise you there are times, when the creativity is not flowing, when I'm not sure what to post. And this happens with many of the businesses that I work with. We try to plan our social media, but there are times when it comes up, we're like, what to post next? We're not sure. Well, I have a tip and trick that I use all the time and I like to share is that when I don't necessarily know what to post, then I ask a question of my community. And what I mean by asking a question of my community is I think about who is out there that's part of the group of folks that are following my page. What would they want to know? So I ask them a question. And that's really an important part of staying engaged with the people who like your page and who are part of your business. My tip and trick of this week, ask a question of your audience. Engage your clients by asking them a question in your social media photo caption. And I want to stress this because it's really important. With all posts, you get a lot more engagement if you use a photo or video. If you ask a question underneath, really simple, short and sweet, that's a great way to begin that conversation. Like all social media, being online is like real life. When you walk into a room full of people, you engage with them by asking them things like, where are you from? What do you do? Are you enjoying your time? All of those good things. That's the same thing that when you feel that creative block that you're going to ask of your community. And I want to show you an example of this that I recently did. Many of you guys know that I am an avid food lover and I'm a traveler, and I especially love Southern American cuisine. So the part of the United States cuisine. And so I asked a question about grits, which I absolutely adore, but I know that it's a really divisive thing. People love it or hate it. But here's where I want to show you my second part of my tip and trick. Keep it short and simple. I made a little bit of a statement here in the first part where you can see love, 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 real, not instant grits. Do you cook them, eat them, love them, hate them? And I was so happy to put this up here because, again, it showed a great picture. It has a video here where people can click through about the history of grits, which is really wonderful to watch. But really what we're looking for is a way to further our engagement with our community, because this does two things. Number one, when we engage our community, we build good feelings, we build good relationships. It's like engaging your friends and family and your community in real life. Our social media should mirror what we're doing in real life. The second part that's a real bonus to this in terms of engaging your community is making sure that you have consistency on your Facebook page, as well as the fact that you send a signal to whatever social media you're using. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you're using, you send a signal to that algorithm that what you're posting engages an audience. They want to have businesses on their platforms that are engaging to their audiences because that lets them know, hey, we could probably advertise against this. So again, there's a twofold thing that's happening here. Number one, you build up your community. And number two, the more consistently you post, the more engagement you have, the more that social media platform will show your post to your community and then potential customers. So it's really important that you keep that conversation going. I want to show you some of the responses that I got from that grits post. So my friend Stacy shared her thoughts about no self-respecting Southerner uses instant grits. I don't like instant grits myself. Got a lot of hearts here, and then sharing of what type of grits she liked. Friends who are saying, I'm a Southern belle, I love grits. And another friend who's like, this is outside of my sphere, not into it, which I loved. And what's really nice about this is that when people start engaging with your post, the next step for you is to respond. Listen to those answers and respond to them. And I can guarantee you That's going to be a lovely way for you to continue the conversation and get out of that writer's block. So just to show you this one more time again, keeping it short and simple, asking that question, making sure that you include a photo, and then listen to the answers and respond. And that's a really nice way to keep those creative juices flowing, to keep the conversation up. And so when you do have that block, you're like, what do I post? I'm going to post a question. So again, thanks for listening to my tips and tricks. If you have something that you want to share, or if you have a question about social media, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. Remember, it's my goal to help you feel confident, competent, and creative online, and I'll be here every week with more suggestions and ideas. Bye-bye.